Hello, I'm Tiffany Hales, and this is my first screencast assignment. We were supposed to make a video explaining how we were going to use technology to communicate with parents, basically. How I would use technology to first start out the year. And I got this idea from the BYOD article that I was reading about. Even if my school wouldn't allow students to bring their own devices on a daily basis, I think that it's a good idea to start out the school year with a meeting including bring your own device to the beginning meeting, so that we can go ahead and right then the parents and the students can start favoriting the school and downloading apps that are very helpful and used to communicate between the school and parents. I would want to, during this meeting, I would also want to display the school website on a projector of some kind in my room. Website on that projector, and go ahead and show them how to maneuver through the website. There are a lot of things that our website offers. One is the ability to link to STI, and they can enter in their username and password to check their child's grades. And also the school website has a really I really like this option, and it's where we can scan our assignments online, and they can go ahead and, if they forgot one of their papers at the school. Around here you can kind of see where I live, a very rural community, farming community, and we are geographically spread out so widely that a trip to the school because your kid forgot something is a real inconvenience. One, because it's time consuming, and two, it costs the parents gas, and in many cases some of our students don't even take the option of joining the tutoring that we provide because they cannot afford to pick up their child every day because the gas is so high. So, I really like that we have that option on the school website, and they can print them off at home. And I also tell the parents, if you don't have a printer, or if it's out of ink, a lot of times mine is out of ink, I say, a lot of times those assignments, you can take a blank piece of paper and just answer the questions, number them and answer the questions on a regular piece of paper, and I'm still going to grade it and give credit for that because they showed effort of trying to complete it. Also, on our school website, they can communicate with me through email. Below my teacher information, I have different links to websites that are helpful, one being spellingcity.com as a common one that I always encourage the parents to download the Spelling City app on their phones as well. Our school website provides the calendars and the announcements and things like that are important for the parents to know. Another thing that I would like for the parents to do is to download the Remind app at this BYOD meeting, so that they can go ahead, and the students can also download this Remind app so that they have it on their iPods or their iPhones or whatever device that they like to use. The Remind app is really helpful because it offers communication through text. Many of my parents like to text rather than email. You have the option of getting the information through a text or through email, and I like that option. It's not a lengthy, it's limited in how many characters you can put in there. So it can't be a lengthy message. Mainly mine are examples of science test Thursday, maybe don't forget to bring a poster board, and so on, things like that. I also would like to make sure that I assure the students and the parents, if you're sitting there and everybody's telling you how great this technology is, the communication is going to be so much easier if you have this. Let's say you're a parent that doesn't have the ability to use those things. I would assure them that even if they don't have these things, I write the assignments on the board every day, and I make sure that they fill out their planners daily, and so they have that information that a lot of these things are just additional, and it just kind of keeps them thinking about, okay, am I doing my classwork? Have I turned in those assignments, and so on. I would also encourage the parents at the same time that the students that have projects that might require internet research and things like that, that I would provide time for them so that they can do the work in class. We have study hall. We're lucky enough to have our schedule to where we'll continue to have a study hall at the end of the day, which I think is fantastic, because I love to lighten the homework load on students when possible. But I also have to remind parents that that's if that time is used wisely. If it's not used wisely, then they will have homework, of course. And also, I'd like to tell them that, being a successful student isn't going to be measured on, the equipment that they have at home. It's going to be measured on 3 basic things. And I had a teacher that told me these 3 things, and I repeat it often. Don Garrett actually is my teacher for PLS courses, and he would say that to be a successful student, you need to be successful in 3 areas. 1, attendance. 2, effort, and 3, attitude. And I would just remind the parents to encourage their children to be at school. You can't teach a child if they're not there. To make their best efforts, and also to have a great attitude. And even if they didn't have a good experience in school, please don't project that bad attitude towards school to your child, because they might love school, but if they get a sense that you don't value it, then they won't either. I guess that's all. I would just kind of make sure that, I would tell them that telephones still work. They can call me during my plan period time and leave a message. I will try to call them back as soon as I can. They can, any way that we can get together. If they want to see me face to face, I'm available. I'm very flexible too to meet parents or talk with parents after school. My son's in sports, so I'm there at the school anyways a lot of times, and I tell the parents, even if they have to pick something up at the school, I'll let them in to get a book or whatever that they need. So I try to be very flexible in that area too. Okay, that's all for my video. Thank you. Goodbye.